Hello there. Welcome to the new Semanhyia Learning and Development Farm right here in Suhum, in the eastern region of Ghana. In one of our most recent videos, we mentioned to you how we've officially resumed operations right here on our farm. And so we've started receiving guest visitors, agri stakeholders who are interested in what we do here, potential livestock farmers who want to venture into the industry, and those who are just supportive of our initiative. So right here today, I have some very interesting guests who have visited us right here on our farm, which is into research, learning, and of course, development. I want you to stay tuned. And if you are just seeing this channel for the first time, this is Farming in Africa YouTube channel. We churn out educative content on everything and anything livestock farming. I want you to subscribe to this channel because you're going to learn a lot. And if you're already a subscriber, I always say you know what to do. Kindly hit the notification button for me so you would be the first to receive every content and updates we bring your way. Stay tuned. Then when we return, I introduce you to my guest for today. All right, welcome back once again, viewers. This is Semanhyia Learning and Development Farm right here in Suhum in the eastern region of Ghana. Today I have with me some youth who are interested in agriculture. They drove all the way from Accra to join us here to have a nice idea, a very clear view of our operations, our vision, everything that we stand for as a company today. And so I would want to introduce you to what I call the youth of Farming in Africa. Hello guys.
Hi.
You're all welcome. Okay guys, so you're welcome once again. As you all know, Semanhyia Learning and Development Farm used to be in Brekum, in the Bunu region of Ghana. And I mean, I'm not going to go over that story again, but a lot happened and we had to relocate. By God's grace, we found this beautiful fertile land, and in a space of I think 4 months now, you've seen all the projects and structures that have come up out of the ground. We didn't give up, so here we are, still doing best at what we do, livestock farming. So like I said, I'm going to start with our operations right here, starting from this particular structure. So wherever I go, you can just come with me. If you have any question, pause me and please ask your question. Is that okay? Thank you. Please, let's start our tour of the farm. All right, so I would start from this point here. This structure you are seeing is our sales yard. Whenever we talk about farming in Africa, the clear vision everybody who knows us very well connects us to is the fact that we are very passionate about revolutionizing the livestock farming or the livestock industry in Africa as a whole. And we want to do it by, number one, improving the breeding stock we have, especially here in West Africa. That is why currently you see us import exotic breeds of goats from South Africa into Ghana, distribute into other parts or other countries in West Africa. So this is the sales yard because when everything is fully running, we want to be able to select good genetic breeding stock for farmers who want to go into livestock farming. Fred has always mentioned that one of the grave mistakes for somebody who wants to begin a livestock farm to do is to go to the market, just any market, and purchase animals from there to start the livestock farm. He advises against this move because usually the animals that are on the market, the farmers usually want to sell them off because they are ill. There is just something of, no farmer usually would go sell out their best animal. And that is why Farming in Africa wants to take up that responsibility of ensuring that we've selected animals who have good genetic breeding qualities and characteristics so that when farmers who want to go into livestock farming come to our center here at the farm, they are assured, number one, that the animals they are purchasing to go start their farm are of the right quality. Are we clear on this? And so in future, whenever, like I said, everything is fully running, they come here and once again, they are very much assured that whatever animal they buy from our sales yard, these animals will be kept here. We would grow their pasture just like everything we've been preaching over the years. They would just select their animals and then take it from there. Are we clear? Can we move on? Thank you so much. All right. So please remember, because afterwards I'll be asking you certain questions as well. This is our sales yard. Please, let's go on. I'm sure by now you know how much of a lover Fred is of container houses. And so one of the interesting features you would see on our farm is that most of our facilities or structures are made of containers. This facility right here is a clear example. Yes, it's a container, but it's going to be our office area, our reception area, basically. And so take a good look at it, because when next time you come, you might not be able to recognize it. It would have been completely transformed. So guys, when you come, so just envision beautiful office space welcoming you. If somebody is interested in purchasing our goods, this is where you come to do all the logistics. My sales guys, this is where you interact with them and everything. Then you take them to the sales yard and they make their selection. Are we on the same page? Yeah. All right, youth in agriculture, follow me, let's go. All right. So because we always really talk about the Semanhyia grass, the SF01 especially, we've got people who have come into our DMs on our social media platforms and have asked us, do we sell other types of grass? Is it only Semanhyia grass we sell? The answer has always been no. It's not only the Semanhyia grass we sell, because if you come to our shop, the Agro Ventures retail shop at Achimota, Accra, you would notice we sell seeds of other grasses. Right here by the mount I'm standing, we've planted what we call the alfalfa grass. This alfalfa grass, I learned, is especially very good and healthy for the pregnant and lactating mothers, because it helps them a lot in milk production. Its protein quality or protein content too is really great. Usually above even 20%. And because it doesn't thrive in a lot of water, this is how we plant them. Mounts, so that when there is a lot of water, it just drains among the drainages. You get it? When we go to where we've planted SF01, you realize that one, you can even grow it on a flat land. But when you see this, it's alfalfa because of its characteristics. Are we good? Good. So, some have started to germinate, but I wouldn't want us to go in there and destroy them. So let's continue. So this is the back of the office space, like I mentioned earlier. We would have some staff quarters as well. So all that construction is ongoing, because some is even completed. Because remember, we have Godfred, our farm manager, right here on the farm. Let's go. As you all know, we drilled our borehole not so long ago, so obviously our poly tank is going to sit on the structure, and then that would ensure a constant water right here at the farm. So Juliet, when we ask you to come spend 3 days here, don't worry about getting water. As you can see, there is constant water supply. There is also electricity right here. So we are done with the back of the farm. I want us to then go into the main operations as well. So where we are, I am in front of the lactating pen. Now, as you can see, the main goat pens are wooden, right? But this particular structure, which we call the lactating pen, is made of cement block. It's a block structure, basically. The reason we make it non-wood is that we use it for a very delicate and vulnerable category of livestock. The ones who are heavily pregnant and are about to deliver, and the ones who have just delivered. You and I would agree that this category is very delicate, vulnerable. They need extra care and attention, and they need to be made as comfortable as possible. I can't imagine a goat delivering 2 kids and immediately climbing up and down, going to the wooden pen. The recovery won't even be efficient. And that is why we have this. Once again, it's called what? It's called the lactating pen. So these are the spaces. Usually we layer the surface here for extra softness for their like bed. And then usually we have a heat bulb here which generates some kind of warmth for them in the night when it gets very cold. Are we on the same page? Yes. All right. So I think I will take you to the treatment center. Then we zoom to this side and I receive questions about our operations. By the way, that's Godfred's house. the beautiful door. It has washroom and everything. Women are always curious. So this is roofed now. It's the treatment center. That is the name, treatment center. All the wild projects also are going to be undertaken over here. You know, we have the artificial insemination coming up, embryo transfer, other wild technologies we want to experiment with as a research, learning and development farm. And here is where it's going to take place. Also, if any of the animals isn't in a very good condition, definitely this is where it will be brought to. So obviously we are going to have veterinary officers also on site. All the technical assistance needed to ensure an efficient operation, believe you me, is going to be in full bloom. Are we okay? Yep. So now let's go say hello to the South African breeds of goats. Okay, well, she's already out, so I doubt I would let you climb to her pen. But that's the Saanen goat. This is a dairy goat. Over the years, farming in Africa has brought into West Africa the Kalahari red, the red-necked boa goat, and the savannah goat, which is also usually all white. But this you are seeing is a dairy goat called the Saanen goat. We're also going to bring the Alpine if it's already not in the country. So we've introduced the two different breeds of dairy goats, which is the Saanen and the Alpine. What you are seeing right here is the Saanen. We are going to have some crossbreeding experiments and everything. Also, if you're a farmer and you are not even into milk production or yogurt or cheese, because some people think they should only invest into these dairy goats only when they are going into milk and its products production. But here at our farm, we even have this animal because sometimes you have a mother that gives birth to, let's say, 2 or 3. She doesn't have the capacity enough to produce enough milk for the 2 kids or the 3 kids she has produced. That is where these guys come in. Do you see their importance? Yeah. And what if after delivery the mother dies? Then who steps in with milk production? That is why we encourage that as a serious livestock farmer who is forward thinking, yeah, she's shy because of you guys. You can also invest into this to take care of all future unforeseen circumstances. Are we on the same page? Yeah, so that is it. Now, the guys are in the next pen. It's sunny, you know, they are kings. They don't want to come out into the heat. So we would have to climb to go say hello to them. All right, so we are in the pen of the guys. We always talk about improving the genetic breeding stock of our goats here in West Africa. These are the goats we imported from South Africa. So imagine breeding them over time. We would get so many of them such that we wouldn't have to go all the way to South Africa to import them. That is the vision. Now, when we also go on the market, especially the international market, we can then rub shoulders with the farmers even from South Africa. Because I'm not presenting a tiny West African dwarf goat or let's say a Sahelian who doesn't weigh as much as this. If you are a buyer and you come, Kobla is selling this, I'm selling this, which of us would earn higher income? Definitely. So it feeds into profitability of even the livestock farming business. Are we on the same page? Yes. All right. So that is the Kalahari red, and that is the red-necked boa. We have the Salt Lake. So viewers, if you are interested in getting, and always we have our hay around because here at Farming in Africa, we believe in varied feed. You don't have to feed your animal one thing. Oh, even you, the human being, you do get tired of such practices. That is why we always provide varied feed. So we have the hay, of course, we always talk about our livestock feed, which is the supplement feed, and their green pasture as well. So I just want you to look into the next pen, so you don't have to climb there. So that is the female. So this is a red-necked boa. It has some babies as well. We shall see all of them around. So let's go to the last pen. So even though we are big on importing the exotic breeds of goat from South Africa because we want to improve on the genetics of our local ones, you all would bear witness with us that here in Farming in Africa, we also love our West African dwarf goats, the Sahelian, and all the other local ones we have right here in West Africa. Here in this pen, we have these. And a colleague of mine made a comment. I would want you to also listen to that comment. Semanhyia, what did you say about these animals?
They look more nicer and more quality than what we see in the market. I mean, the skin, the fur of what they have. And then even the babies down there looks very healthy. Very healthy. Yeah. Yes, a brown skin girl. Yeah. I mean,
they look healthy. And you mentioned...
Once you see them, you see quality. I mean, yeah, once you see them, you see quality.
Viewers, Moina has validated everything we stand for, especially with regards to our vision for the sales yard. Once you see these animals, you see quality, you see health. That is why we are taking upon ourselves the responsibility of selecting good breeding stock for you here at the center, so that when you come to our sales yard to purchase, you are assured, once again, that you are buying quality animals to go start your farm with. That is what we stand for. Farming in Africa. We want to revolutionize completely the entire livestock industry in Africa, starting right here with goats. Very soon, watch out for the other livestock we would be rearing right here on our farm. So let me take you to our graze yard. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Okay, so to my right is the space we designated and demarcated for our pasture, our graze yard, as it were. We planted the Semanhyia grass, typically the SF01. You know how we've been preaching that before you even introduce your animals to your farm, have their feed ready. And everything we preach, we practice right here on our farm. I must also say that this space you are seeing is roughly around 4 acres. That is why we have a service that we are preaching to farmers out there, that no matter how small the land is, see, if you need help in setting up the farm, just contact us and we will do right that for you. You guys saw us go all the way to Togo recently to try and help, you know. That is what we are doing. We've also come into Nigeria. So all of these services are going to be all around the West African space for now. Then very soon, you hear of us all over Africa. So once again, this is our graze yard. They have been demarcated into what we call paddocks for a reason. So as you can see, this is paddock 1, paddock 2. You remember where we planted the alfalfa and all that? They are all parts of the paddocks. So this is it. I must say that the architecture here is intentionally beautiful. The partitioning we have done, it all comes with a reason. It all comes with a particular purpose. The space here you see is the play yard. You see how sunny it is? Even us, we are not comfortable. They are also not comfortable. That's why they are in there. When the sun goes down, they come out here and then play in this play yard. Now, because when it's too sunny, they don't want to come out. That's why we also provide them with the hay. So even though they are not feeding here, they are feeding in there. You get it? Everything we do, once again, is what? Intentional. Now, there is this notorious notion out there about how stubborn goats are. But I always say, if anybody has been following farming in Africa for a while, they've seen how domesticated these animals can be. And it all depends on how you build your farm. So they have the play yard, they come out here, you match them into paddock 1 to feed. I'll just give you some of the few advantages of the paddock system. The paddock system enables you to maximize your pasture or your graze yard. Imagine we didn't have these demarcations. These guys come here to feed. This one is scattering the grass here. This one is scattering the grass there. By the time they are done, the disorganization will be too much. The chaos will be too much. But now you introduce them here, they feed, they rotate. By the time they come back to this paddock, the grass that they fed on has grown back. Deal? Great, it has grown back. That's number 1. It helps you to maximize your pasture. Number 2 also is that it helps you to control parasites. As you saw some of them urinating, excreting stuff and all of that, whilst they are feeding, all these activities or biological activities are also going on. One advantage of the paddock system is that when they do that, you would agree with me, it breeds parasites which come up with infections, which lead to infections and all of that. Now, because of this paddock system, when they feed here, leave their wee here and all of that, they don't come back to feed and get infected with all of those things they left. So we introduce them to the next paddock. Remember, it's a rotation. Ideally, each paddock, they don't feed on it for more than 5 days, ideally. So usually between 4 and 5 days, you move them to the next one. Okay, so this is, I think, paddock 2. And we planted, and you all can see here, I'm not even going to bother with words. It is speaking for itself. So for people sometimes who complain about non-germination issues and all of that, maybe even check the time you plant the seeds. Usually we advise that in the rainy season is the best time to plant your seeds. This grass you are seeing, we planted it just when the rains were setting in. And as you can see, they are thriving. The rains would also help them grow to their maximum capacity. And from there, I always say leave it to Mother Nature. I saw a comment recently saying that we are selling these grass seeds so much because we want them to be coming back to us almost every year to purchase grass seeds. If you are the one who made that comment, believe you me, you don't understand how Semanhyia grass works. Once you plant this grass, that is it. It can go as long as 10 years. It just keeps regrowing. So we are not pushing it on you as it were because we want you to come back every year. No, we just want you to have some self-sustainable farm. Have your own sustainable feed all year round for your animals. That is all. So that is it, guys. You see how lush and green it looks? Yes. So when the animals come to this paddock, they graze. These ones are still intact. We rotate till they come back to where we started from. I'll take questions at this point. Yes, please.
So when it comes to the pen construction, is there a particular way for the females? I read somewhere that the female pen is different from the male pen. Okay. So how true is that?
So over here, we ensure that there is equal comfort for all of the animals. And that is why the only really different or special structure here is the lactating pen, which I talked to you about. So the pens are all comfortable. As you could see, the male pen was almost the same as the female pen. The same conditions that ensure they are comfortable and they are healthy, we ensure the same conditions in all of the other pens. And it's the same also for the pens for the exotic breeds of goats and the pens for the local breeds of goats. We just want the animals to be comfortable and to be healthy because we need them alive to produce more for us, right? So yes, the attention is on the lactating pen where we take care of the special category I told you about. I hope you have enjoyed the farm tour. And I hope as staff of farming in Africa as well, everything you have learned here has given you better understanding of how it ties into your individual operations right back at Achimota. Yes. Are we on the same page?
Yes.
On this note, viewers, I want to say thank you again for sticking with us till the very end. Remember, if you're out there and you're interested in going into livestock farming, this is the right channel for you. Everything you need to know about livestock farming, you're going to get it right here. That is why I want you to take time, go through all of our videos. You're going to learn a lot because I always say you never even know which video would speak to you. So on behalf of the team here today at the new Semanhyia Learning and Development Farm here in Sohom in the Eastern region, I want to say thank you and continue to be with us because we are going to bring you another video soon. See you in our next video.